Follow these simple steps to design a presentation in Canva. So once you've opened the Canva page, click on Create a Design and from the drop-down menu select Presentation. Step 2, choose a template. On the left-hand side, click on Design from the vertical menu bar, then select Templates. Choose slides from templates below to design your own or mix and match to suit your own design needs. So I'm going to search for science cells and I'm going to look and see if all of these presentations are immediately available to me. If there is a golden crown, it's for premium payment. However, there's lots of options available for free Canva members as well. So I'm going to select Exploring Cells in Detail. I can choose all 22 of these slides and use the entire presentation, or I can just mix and match. So for the purpose of creating content today, I'm going to take some inspiration and design from their slide, but I'm also going to add my own pages like I'm doing at the bottom of my timeline, as you can see. Okay, step 3, we're going to add some text. So I'm quite happy with the text title because that's what I would like to call my presentation as well. So I'm going to keep that. But what I will do is I will modify the text here. So I'm just going to delete what's there and I'm going to, in the text section, add a subheading. So I'm going to say it's an introduction to cells, Robert Hooke, and plant and animal cells. Okay, so that's my that's the content of my lesson. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to modify the text box and move its position. So I'm just clicking on it and dragging it. I'm going to expand the orange box behind so that the text kind of pops out a little bit more when I move it in. And then I'm just going to move it in like that. Maybe I will just change the order so the 3 things we're going to look at come on a separate line. So I'm really just playing around with how I want my text to look at the end. I will select those 3 and take away the bold and leave an introduction to in bold. And maybe do something like that. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. Another thing I can do is I can click on the text box at the top for the heading and I can go into effects and you can see all the different effects that I can click on from the sidebar, and really you can just play around and see what fits. For the purpose of this presentation, I'm going to go with shadow and I'm going to leave the title just like that. Okay. Step 4, enhance or adjust items using elements. Okay, so we have looked already at design and text. Now we're going to click on elements, and there are so many different things inside elements that we can use and do to create our design. So I'm going to go on to my own bespoke page here, and I'm going to select some graphics that I might like to drag into the presentation just for decoration purposes really. And I can just move them around. I can expand them, I can make them big, I can rotate them. There's a lot of different things that I can do. Also, I can go back to the template and, you know, I can also just copy and paste something that I really like from there. So I think that the scientist on the telescope is, or rather the microscope is perfect. So I'm going to just pop him in there as well. And then I need to give this slide a title. So I'm going to call this one today's learning goal is to ... so that I can make it clear about the purpose of the slide, and I can, you know, reduce the size, and I can play around with the text box like I did in the first slide using this bar above. Okay. So step 5, add some audio. I'm going to go down to the audio from the menu bar, that vertical menu bar, and there's lots of different features here. I'm going to select soft piano music, and when I click on it, it drops right down. I'm going to bring it right to the very start of the first slide because I would like this music to play from the start. And another thing I might like to do with the audio is I might like to add my own voice. So I have already recorded some text from this slide. So sales page 1, I'm just going to bring that in as well. And what I'm going to do is I'd like to hear it all together. So I'm going to go up to present and I'm going to click on autoplay and just listen to see what that looks like. Exploring sales in detail. An introduction to sales in general. Okay, so I quite like that. I could hear the music in the background, and I can also just modify the volume. If I want my voice to be a little bit louder, I can bring the volume of my voice up, and I can bring the volume of the music down. Although I think it was okay at 100. So I might just play that one more time and see if I'm happy with it. Exploring sales in detail. Okay, I'm happier with that. My voice is louder. And that brings me to step 6. Okay, so we're going to publish this. We're going to share it. It depends on what we want to do. At the top, you can see present like I just did. So I can present this. I can present and record with my face on the screen. But I can also share. And if I click on share, there's a drop-down menu. I can put people's names in here that I would like to access. This, I can also download it. I can download it as a, put it into my PowerPoint, Google Drive. I can embed it into my website. If I click on more, there's multiple different options of what I can do with my presentation. And that is it. Okay.